I'm coming to you all from a very, very cold lunch walk in New York, but it's warm enough that it's not single or teen digits like the last 2 days. I wanted to talk about why I created this YouTube channel. A lot of my videos have been surrounding current issues going on in my local community, in my HOA, and I also created this channel because I really wanted to reach out to people and speak from my heart about things that concern me going on in our society, in our culture, about connection and being in community with one another. I've mentioned in some of my other videos that I'm a social worker and that since I have my earliest memory, I liked to study and observe human behavior, and I still love to. I pay attention to everything, even when people don't think I am. And what I notice about this world we're living in now is that people are not as connected to each other as they were in our parents' and grandparents' days. And that's concerning for me. We now have social media where we are inundated with everyone who's trying to become something and distract us from our days and from our families and our friends and our jobs. And what that means is that we're not as mindful and intentional with our time. And if we're not mindful and intentional with our time, we can't grow and learn and become who we're truly meant to be for ourselves and for each other. And so in our society, we're seeing a loneliness epidemic. A lot of women and moms feel loneliness, not being able to find a mate, or a partner in life, or for the moms not feeling like they have enough support or, connection with friends or family to be able to parent properly, and they're stressed out. And then we have a huge loneliness epidemic with our men. Men are, according to research, more lonely than ever, more disconnected from women than ever. The marriage rate is plummeting, and I've recently read that young men are not even able to ask women out on dates and court women. And so we're meant to be in relationships with others. And so that concerns me as a human being and a woman who's raising a child, and I'm raising a son. And I want him to be able to hit all of the goals and developmental milestones that he should as a young man and an older man. So that's why I've created this channel, is to try to reach out to people and connect with people in a way that I'm not sure many others are. I have a documentary addiction to Netflix and all the other streaming apps, and I tend to watch all these ones where people get scammed. They get scammed out of money, they get scammed in relationships, and people just taking advantage of and manipulating other people. And that concerns me as a human being. And I kind of want this channel to be talking about reparenting. It seems to me that a lot of people had a lot of adversity in life and didn't have the best of experiences growing up. Again, I worked as a child welfare caseworker, and I saw situations of abuse and neglect. And generally what it boils down to is stress about money, finances, and not having coping skills to navigate life's complexities. And all of this stress is just hurting Americans and harming us. And I want to do something about that. So that's why I've created this channel. So when I say reparenting, a lot of people are using that term because they either need to parent themselves again because they weren't properly parented growing up, But I, as a caseworker and a job coach earlier in my career with people with disabilities, you need to have people who can help you, can educate you, can support you, and be a cheerleader for you. That's some of the things that I've talked about in my other videos. And be wary of and discerning of people who are not there to support you and to help you and to take care of you. So I want to help do the reparenting. So don't get excited if you're one of those people who think that means you're going to get swaddled and nurtured by me. I'm not into that. But I do think that I had some valuable lessons learned. My parents were post-World War II Depression-era babies, and they grew up in the Bronx in a very working class family, and their values were those of Leave It to Beaver era and the Andy Griffith show. So, my mom taught me a lot, and all I can say is that everything that I have ever wanted to do and achieve for myself, I have had the support of my parents, but I've had to bust my butt my entire life to achieve it. And anyone can achieve it. But you have to know how not to fall prey to other people and start making smart choices and the right decisions for you. So I want to talk about those topics more, and I hope you will join me in watching this. And if you haven't seen all my videos, you can click subscribe and catch up on them, because I give you some of my history. And I am a staunch advocate because I want people to have their own power and their own agency. And as long as we're not doing things to hurt other people, like out murdering people, then people should be able to live their lives the way that they see fit.